A magician hypnotizes an entire nation through live TV and unleashes horrors upon them. A rising TV show host reappears in the media a long time after his wife's death. Worried about his soon-to-come downfall, he invites some psychics and a possessed child to gain ratings and defeat his competitor. Things go horribly wrong when the child gets possessed and unable to harness. Strap in, movie enthusiasts, it's recap time. We will be recapping a horror mystery movie called Late Night with the Devil from the year 2024, so let's start. The film opens with a video montage of news broadcasts showing all kinds of chaotic events that occurred in America in 1971. To balance the violence shown to the American audience, the media started broadcasting hosting shows, including Night Owls, hosted by Jack Delroy. In no time, Jack becomes popular and signs a 5-year contract with the channel. He calls all sorts of trending people to fill in the entertaining segments and gain more ratings. Through magazine covers, we are shown Jack's wife, Madeline, a renowned actress and Jack's biggest supporter. Known to a few, Jack is a member of a powerful cult that does rituals to break and make careers. In the long run, he faces a competitor, Johnny Carson, who always stays ahead of him in ratings. Even after shooting 4 seasons and bringing his wife, who's diagnosed with cancer, he fails to gain ratings. 2 weeks later, his wife dies, and his contract comes to an end. Jack disappears for a month and returns to host a Halloween special episode. He then begins the show by thanking his audience for showing support through thick and thin. He calls Christou, who can talk to the dead, to open the show's first segment. After a first failed attempt, Christou targets 2 women and claims that their dead son, Edmund, is with him. He tells them how he died and is now asking about his childhood toy, confirming he's real. As Jack praises his skills, Christou starts screaming and holds his head tightly. He says he's coming into contact with a very strong spirit named Minnie. Jack quickly announces a short break and takes Christou backstage, where his nose starts bleeding. The producer shows up and takes Jack to a side to reveal that everything was staged for the love of ratings. Up next, Jack sits beside Christou and lets Sammy do a little touch-up on their faces, but Christou aggressively pushes Sammy back. When they get back to the live broadcast, Jack introduces his second guest, Mr. Haig. Jack enlightens the audience with Haig's new obsession, which is debunking paranormal activities because he doesn't believe in them. Haig starts pointing out how Christou is also a fake. Jack defends Christou, but Haig reveals his trick, which makes Christou splash an entire glass of water on Haig's face and leave. Jack stops Christou and reveals that the spirit that last came into contact with Christou was his dead wife, who was secretly called Minnie. Haig is so stubborn that he continues to accuse Christou of being a con. Unexpectedly, Christou falls to the ground and vomits a black fluid all over Haig and the camera. Jack hurriedly announces a commercial break. Backstage, they send Christou away with the medics. Haig tries to investigate Jack, believing only the elites of Jack's cult can help him put up such theatrics. Up next, Jack and Haig come back to the live broadcast, where Jack speaks of a book named Conversations with the Devil. He then rolls a clip on live TV, which was sent to him by the author of the book, Dr. June. In the clip, a cult with hideous beliefs is seen indulged in their rituals of breeding and sacrificing humans in the name of Abraxas, a powerful demon. They set their cult on fire when the FBI raided their place for attempted kidnappings and firearm violence. The cops rescued a 10-year-old girl named Lily from the fire, who is possessed. June took her under her wing and started studying her to find out what possessed her. The tape plays a voice recording of June's first conversation with the demon that possesses Lily, which doesn't go well and breaks the audio player. As the clip ends, Jack welcomes June and Lily, who are instantly scrutinized by Haig. June professionally explains her work. Jack announces a short break, during which June separately approaches Jack and tells him she's taking Lily back. Jack reminds her that she signed up for this, so she can't leave. She reveals that Lily's recalling an event involving him, which is why it's dangerous to keep her on the show. The producer shows up, causing June to walk away. He tells Jack that Christou has died on his way to the hospital. Jack strictly tells him to keep the news a secret till the show ends. When Jack comes back on live with Haig, June, and Lily, he asks June about Lily's condition and asks if she's possessed by the main devil, Abraxas. According to June, Lily acts as a vessel that allows one of the deities, who used to serve Abraxas, to enter her body, and June is there to tame it. Jack asks Lily about what possesses her, and she mentions someone named Mr. Wriggles. Suddenly, one of the orchestra's instruments starts playing on a higher pitch on its own. When Gus goes to shut it, he gets electrocuted. The pitch is so high that all the glasses break on the table, startling everyone. Haig immediately unplugs the instrument and starts proving how this was not paranormal, while Lily claims Mr. Wriggles did it. Jack becomes thrilled, so he requests that she invite Mr. Wriggles on the show. June shows concern and immediately refuses, but Lily requests that they show them the demonstration. Jack takes a short break to prepare the setup. Backstage, they strap Lily to a chair. Gus finds out about Christo's death and warns Jack not to proceed with the possession on live TV. He shuts Gus up and continues the broadcast. Now June sits opposite Lily and asks her to close her eyes and summon Mr. Wriggles. When Mr. Wriggles enters Lily's body, her facial skin starts peeling off and her voice deepens. Mr. Wriggles starts panicking to see the shocked audience and the cameras, so June orders everyone to stay silent. Mr. Wriggles now looks at Jack and recalls meeting him under the tall trees. He also speaks of his part in his wife's death. Jack becomes too stunned to speak, so Mr. Wriggles continues weaving theories about how June finds Jack attractive and is going to hook up with him later. June becomes emotional and ends up slapping Lily to bring her back. Mr. Wriggles stirs things up to scare everyone. Suddenly, current starts to course through the network's cables, and Lily's chair starts floating in the air. When Lily gets back down, she looks at Jack and warns him of what he did before coming out of possession. The startled Jack goes speechless, so he takes another break. Backstage, June starts unstrapping Lily, but the straps don't come off. Gus tries to stop the producer, but he also cusses at him and tells him to mind his business. When Jack asks the producer about the current status, he reveals that they're getting record-breaking ratings, so they mustn't stop. When the show goes live, Haig is given the chance to prove Lily and June wrong. He claims that June used hypnosis on everyone to show them what never happened. He then demonstrates how hypnosis works. He picks Gus as his subject and begins hypnotizing him with his watch. He also tells Jack and the audience to look at the watch. No one realizes or feels that they have been hypnotized. Now, Haig only speaks of Gus's fear of worms. This leads Gus to speculate that the worms are crawling inside him. He punctures a hole in his neck and takes out a worm, disgusting the audience. While everyone screams in fear, Gus rips open his gut, from where uncountable worms are seen crawling out. When Haig snaps everyone out of hypnosis, they realize whatever they've witnessed was just a fabrication of what Haig had been telling them. When Haig tells them to play the camera footage of the time he hypnotized everyone, it is confirmed that nothing happened to Gus, and he only reacted to what he was told by Haig. Lily contradicts Haig and insists that her clip be played too. June becomes extremely concerned and requests the opposite, but Jack rolls the clip. In the footage, Lily is seen getting possessed and her skin peeling off of her face. This proves that June wasn't conning them. Jack further finds out another hidden thing in the footage. When he tells the crew to play the footage at super slow speed, he and everyone else spot Minnie's ghost standing behind Jack, trying to reach him. Jack's eyes pop wide open to witness this. Haig still doesn't believe it's true, so he demands to take the footage back to his team to reveal that it's fake. He also accuses Jack of having everyone, including Christo, involved in order to fool the audience. At the same time, Lily's body starts emitting current and becomes untouchable. Her head opens up, releasing a strong visible aura. Gus immediately pulls out his Christ pendant and shows it to Lily, but his head gets twisted, and he dies. June shows her pendant to Lily and says her prayer, but Lily hangs June midair with her pendant, which cuts open her throat and obliterates her. Everyone starts running away, but Haig bows down and agrees to worship her. However, Lily has become too powerful and out of control. She uses her force to melt Haig on the spot. The producer yells at Jack and takes him backstage, but he stops and takes one last look at Lily. Simultaneously, he finds himself hosting Night Owls where everyone is cheering and looks well and alive. He becomes clueless as to how he got here. Soon, he revisits all the segments and skits he has ever done through her career as a host. In the end, he finds himself at the time he first signed the contract. After he signs the contract, he is told to drink a potion. The set suddenly reshapes itself into a cult, where they make Jack bow down and worship a giant owl. He is then shown a room in which he sees his wife on her deathbed. Puzzled, he asks how he got here, but she reveals that he sold his soul to become the number one, and now he must sacrifice her to seal the pact and end her pain. Crying and struggling, Jack picks up a dagger and stabs his wife to death. But when he gains consciousness, he finds out he's stabbed Lily to death. The film ends here. Hope you liked the story recap. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Thank you for being a part of Black's Movie Recaps. If these tales of mystery and intrigue sent shivers down your spine, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Black's Movie Recap for more bone-chilling narratives. Stay tuned, and until next time, stay captivated.